thank Dawn. People don't realize how much she's done to bring us to this point. Wanted to ask a question, is looking, how many here are Tea Party Patriots? Okay, we got you Republicans. Okay, that's good. Well, that's good. That's good. We just want you to know we're here because we care. We're very concerned about where our country is headed. And one of the issues, she's talked about the primary focus for this whole movement and those three principles. But a lot of the media, and if you read the media, they like to portray us as though we're just a mindless, angry group of people who are running around with signs and marching to and fro upon the earth with no real direction. We don't have a top-down leadership. I was impressed hearing about this. I'm totally mixed up now as to who's doing what in the Republican Party. The beauty of this is the voice of the people. And it's an exciting thing to see this many people coming out from all areas. And as Dawn pointed out, we're not about R's, we're not about D's, we are now about C's. And we don't care what party they're from, as long as they're committed to conservative principle. So for the media and for the Republican Party, since we're here tonight for them, we want to have the same discussion with Democrats as well. We're about a future issue and a focus that is now, if you go to teapartypatriots.org, you're going to see something called the Contract from America. And I know most of the people here probably already been to that site. I'd encourage Democrats and Republicans and Independents to go to that site and look at it. And again, it's being done over the internet, as Dawn made clear. But if the media and the political parties want to see where our focus is, it is just like in the healthcare debate. People at the town halls knew more about the bills than the representatives coming to it. The same thing is happening with the Contract from America. We had a Contract for America back when Newt Gingrich introduced it. It was an exciting event, and I dare say the Republican Party swept into office based on that contract. But it was called the Contract with America. Where was it generated? In Washington, D.C. And it was shown to us, and we were told, if you will line up with this, we'll bring this in, and this is the way it's going to be. Well, within a few months after the change, a few years, you could almost say you never saw a contract with America. The Contract from America is being written by us. And we're the ones that are coming up with this, and we're going to expect any candidate, regardless of whether they're federal, state, or local, whether they're from the Washington office or from little Glynn County, we're going to expect them to line up with those principles. Now, if you go to the Contract from America, and I just printed off the computer what you can find yourself, they have a number of people who've already entered down here in blue. They've already entered various areas that they're proposing for us to return to basic constitutional limitations on the federal government. Right now, we're living in a time where the federal government has taken control of areas that the Constitution never intended to be. Did you ever think you'd live to see the federal government in charge of car companies, banks, and now trying to tell you what you can say and do with your doctor? Well, they have exceeded the limitations of the Constitution, and the Declaration has said that we have the power to replace that kind of government. We're doing it peacefully, and we're doing it through the internet. So there's a number of people who are already having input on what we're talking about. Now, some of the issues, the top 10 issues, you can go and look at this. They're looking at things like implementing the fair tax. They're talking about legislation shall contain no unrelated amendments. Right? Congressional term limits.
Yes.
Yes. the Department of Education.
Yeah.
What have they done? Messes up. An official language of the United States. You think English will pass nationwide medical malpractice tort reform? Congress shall not exempt themselves. Maybe retirements shouldn't be there. And professional politicians. Congress shall, interstate health insurance competition. Sure.
Yeah.
Drill here, drill now. Didn't we have a vote on that? Thought we had. Cite constitutional authority for creating laws. Create a law and then find something in the Constitution? Oh my. Treat the House of Representatives like jury duty. Allow Social Security recipients to work tax-free.
Yes.
And on and on. Now these are being worked on now. They're not complete. They need your input. And I called the folks that instituted, and this is for the press if they need something, if they want to go there and look at it. They actually have a press release for you. And two of the folks that are working on this, and who you can contact and talk to. I contacted one of them in San Antonio yesterday. Greg Holloway or Ryan Hecker will tell you that there at some point this whole contract is going to be consolidated, finalized, and then anyone running for office, regardless of their party or their party structure, will have to sign up with us. We're not signing with Congress. Congress and all of your candidates are going to sign up and agree to live according to the constitutional limitations that we're going to reimpose. This is, we call it a revolution. It's really a restoration is what we're talking about. And this is the spirit of 1776. We are keeping track, as Dawn said, of who's done what. And here's our list of GOP's cap and tax 8. We're going to remind 2010 what they did. And a list of 44 Democrats that we're going to put there too. John McCain has talked about moving the Republican Party back to the middle somehow. I don't think so. And there's a candidate running against John McCain so that both parties understand. We're not about D's and R's. We're about C's and the restoration of the Constitution. Now turn it over to Cici.
Hello, I'm just here to close out. My name is Cici. And first of all, if you missed the March on D.C. on September 12th, then you missed a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Yes.
Okay, we would like to sincerely thank you for your kind invitation to us, and we would also like to extend an invitation to you all as well to come to our town hall meeting on November 2nd at the College of Coastal Georgia. It's going to be at 6:30 on Monday. And we would encourage you to come, and the candidates are invited as well, and you can come and ask them questions. And you can ask questions of us, and we hope that you will bring friends and family, lots of them, and all parties are welcome. So to come and share ideas and thoughts. The media is invited as well, and that's really all I have to say. But before I leave, I would like to leave you with another Thomas Jefferson quote. The man just had so many good ones. My reading of history convinces me that most bad government results from too much government. And again, I would like to say thank you, and please come to that town hall meeting. It's going to be November 2nd, 6:30 p.m. at the College of Coastal Georgia. Monday.